record in the NFC versus the team with perhaps the best player in the NFL. We got the Niners and the Ravens. An early window game. Check it on NFL Red Zone, if you don't mind. Biggest key to the game as two of the elite teams in football go head-to-head.
Well, the 49ers are coming off just a great matchup against the Packers. They just shut the Packers down. I think they have everything it takes to at least contain Lamar Jackson in this Ravens team. I think they're 8 deep on the defensive line. They're a zone team. I think they've got good team speed. And they've seen Kyler Murray. And they've seen Russell Wilson this year. They've seen quarterbacks that can extend plays, that can run read option. And so I think they've got a little bit of a head start to at least be able to be the first team this year that might be able to slow this group down.
Kyler Murray gave him problems.
But I saw some adjustments at the very end that allowed San Francisco to go win that game. But I think that's the matchup I'm really concentrating on.
I mean, you guys just talked about it. For me, it's, running quarterback give this Niners defense trouble. We've seen Kyler Murray twice. We've seen Russell Wilson. The other thing is, you have never seen this offense before. And that is the crazy part. So you've seen kind of the read option before. You've seen some of the things with both these two quarterbacks. You're going to see a power offense, a team that wants to run downhill at you with a quarterback that's bigger than both these guys, that's probably faster than both these guys. And they play. Watching that on Monday night, it's hard to even describe what happened. But it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, from the first play of the game to the last play, they took Lamar Jackson out. I think they had a couple sacks.
RG3 came in.
Literally, it was 6 yards a run was the shortest run that we saw that night.
Lamar Jackson has not only crept up to be probably the MVP frontrunner, I think he's the most electrical athlete that you got to flip on the TV when he is playing, and I'm saying almost in any sport.
I think Maurice saw it on Monday night, but he demoralizes the opponent.
Yes.
He demoralized the Rams. And so the stats are one thing, but when you see guys just like they're just like, what else can we do, coach? They don't have the answers right now.
Niners are saying, we know a thing or two about playing good defensive football. That's going to be a fantastic matchup. You look at the NFC West standings. San Francisco stands up on top with 10-1, tied for the best record in the NFL. The Seahawks, though, are heating up their heels there at 9-2. Seattle is taking on Minnesota. That is Monday Night Football coming up here in Week 13. Those are the two teams that currently hold the wild card positions in the NFC. Your thoughts on Monday night?
Well, I think it's going to come down to Kirk Cousins continue to play well in the big moments. Like, he's done it. He played well against Dallas, right? He's played well in certain situations with the team. Just had to rely on him. And this throw here to Stephon Diggs in that Broncos game when they had to come back down 20 in the first half, right? Here against Dallas, making plays with his arms.
Pat Mahomes.
Right, but he's going to have to do that again. I'm going to tell you why. Because when you go to Seattle, and he's won in Seattle before with the Redskins, but Russell Wilson is going to make some crazy plays, a miraculous play, and he's going to have to match it.
I think the guy that makes Kirk allow him to do those things is Dalvin.
Yes.
Dalvin Cook and Alexander Madison, the two running backs there for Minnesota. Can Dalvin have that kind of game that we've seen this year? Because I've seen him shut down. Kansas City shut him down.
Yeah.
And the offense kind of goes away a little bit. But the play action is so dynamic once Dalvin Cook really gets involved. And whether it's running or passing, because he's a great receiver too. And, he wants to win this rushing title. You got to go up there to Seattle and put it on him.
Could be a playoff preview, and the 12s in the stands are going to be high volume when that Vikings offense there is on the field. All right, got a great Thanksgiving story now for us here on Thanksgiving night, guys. As part of the season's Huddle for 100, the NFL's Salute to Service campaign encourages fans to join the NFL and its players in honoring those who have bravely served our country. The Seahawks' Shaquem Griffin has been an inspiring force as the league's first one-handed player. And he spreads that inspirational message to a disabled U.S. Army veteran from Salt Lake City who has athletic dreams of his own. Meanwhile, for the Atlanta Falcons, they dropped to 3-9, and mathematically, they have been eliminated from the playoffs. Here's Dan Quinn.
It's definitely been maddening not to have the performances that we'd like. But at the end of it, we recognize where we're at. We got a 4-game block coming up. Coming off the bye, we knew we had 4 games that was going to finish on tonight. We still got a bunch of Division I's to go. So for the players, we'll approach it in the same way. Another 4-game block coming, and we certainly have some areas that we need to improve upon, and that's where our focus will be.
All right, on the flip side, congratulations to the Saints.
Yep.
Congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. Congratulations to the Chicago Bears.
All three winners.
3 road teams.
Wow.
It's only the second time in the Super Bowl era that 3 road teams won on
the short
Thanksgiving.
week.
We haven't had triple headers for the whole Super Bowl era on Thanksgiving, but good job by the road teams. Biggest takeaway from any Thanksgiving game?
Well, for me, it's the Cowboys again. It's their players. I feel like it's just so much pressure to play in Dallas right now. And Baldy, we had this argument or this debate in the green room, and you're saying, like, no, it doesn't matter. You're a professional player. It doesn't matter. No, but some people can't perform under pressure. And I feel like the Cowboys they have pressure coming from their owner. They have pressure because their head coach is going to get fired. They have the media presence. Our own James Slater is always there.
Dak's playing for a contract.
Dak's playing for a contract. Amari Cooper's playing for a contract. All this stuff is coming into play, and you're starting to see it. You're starting to see just the little things like, guys doing a little bit too much or guys not doing their job or just things are, just not clicking the way we've seen them click before. So I just feel like the Cowboys are playing under so much pressure that somehow, some way they have to find a way to get out of it.
Well, they got to get back to having fun because the Buffalo Bills are having fun. My biggest takeaway here, Scott, are the Bills. Are for real. I mean, we knew that 8-3 was a nice record, but people always were questioning. I was up there in Buffalo last week when they beat Denver, and people were saying, well, who'd they beat? They just went to Dallas on a short week, and they took the Cowboys apart. They won in every phase of the game. They won in the trenches. Their quarterback was outstanding. He's an improving player. And, in this last 5 games, the month of November, they're 4-1. They're giving up 13 points a game. Like, they're keeping the score down. You're seeing contributions now from the rookies like Singletary, the guys like Cole Beasley they brought in, and John Brown, the touchdown throw to Singletary. They've rebuilt the offensive line with Mitch Morse and Quentin Spain and drafting Cody Ford. I mean, it's all coming together, and they're having a blast.
Yeah.
They're having a blast. Ed Oliver, you can see the #1 pick, is having some fun. Like, they are enjoy playing.
Complimentary football.
Complimentary football. Yeah. And that was an impressive performance. I mean, people thought the Cowboys were the more talented team, and I don't disagree with that. But they're the better team right now. They're playing better as a team.
You could argue, I'm going to get some tweets about this. You could argue that the Buffalo Bills win over the Cowboys today was better than the New England Patriots win over the Dallas Cowboys just 5 days ago, in terms of a more impressive win.
Yeah.
And I realize one was indoors in the controlled environment today, and it was a slog in the sleet and rain last week in Foxborough. I'm not saying the Bills are better than the Patriots. The Patriots beat them in Buffalo. But this Buffalo Bills team put some respect on their name.
But, you just watch that game from beginning to end. They look like a good team. This is the eye test. It's a good thing.
All right, more to come on the Bills and the Cowboys, and more to come on the other 2 games from Thanksgiving. Each and every week we are learning how good the Ravens offense is. And each and every week we're learning how good the Niners defense is. Well, guess who's going head-to-head on Sunday?
Oh, it's
we
marquee.
will break down
Marquee.
Look at the
the
shades,
marquee matchup